What is up, YouTube? Today we're back with another Guild War banger, and we are fighting a, I guess, like friendly guild that I would say, you know, I like them. We're fighting against BGSoldiers. Currently, they are ranked number 3, and it is quite a close guild war, I would say. You know, it's currently, I believe the score is around like 7-5 or something like that. So we definitely do want to try to close this war out because they're currently ranked number 3, and you know we don't want to give them an easy way into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, shout out to FeetLover and Sec and whoever else that I know in BGSoldiers. But if you guys do like the Guild War content, please consider dropping a like and comment below, as it really helps me with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the first attack. Alright, so for the first attack, we're going to be hitting an ex-guildie. It's going to be FeetLover. Shout out to FeetLover, he is in chat. So it's going to be Zio, Genua, and Roana. So obviously you want to have an Earth bait just in case the Genua is going to move first. Maybe it's on Alexa's basket. You want to be able to tank it, right? So first thing we're going to have is we're going to be running our Yolha on protection set. We're also going to be having Holy Sacrifice just in case, you know, she dies. She's going to be able to come back. And obviously she's going to be the one tanking the Zio S3. So having the prod set is going to really help with just giving her that extra level of survivability that she's going to be needing in this attack. Now, more importantly, not only is the protection set really important for survivability on the Yolha, it's also really important for our plan in terms of running Knockwall. So our Knockwall is going to be at 284 speed on Guiding Light. So NATO's going to pop it up, but basically we have Barrier, we have Immunity, and we have Stealth. And in this case, because Roana's going to S3 after the Zio S3s, our immunity is going to stay because she's only going to strip 1 buff. And, you know, obviously her AoE damage is basically gutted in half because she's Stealth. So we know for sure that our barrier is not going to be broken on the Knockwall. So we're going to keep the immunity so that, you know, we don't get pushed back, we don't get reset, we get the turn for sure. Now, Senni's going to be our 3rd unit here, which is pretty obvious because number 1, she's our book holder. Number 2, she doesn't care about being reset, right? If Knockwall is going to reset her, you know, we still splash S1. We have Yolha to tank Zio S3 because, you know, Stenny and Knockwall are both hidden. And then obviously our S1, and we eventually have an S3 that could potentially stun the Genua. But for the most part, she's mainly just here to hold a book, and we're going to be binding the Genua, sealing, and doing all that fun stuff. So it should be pretty free. On the bottom is going to be Dragonbride, Senya, Amid, and Kisei. So we're going to be doing a Zio cleave. Shout out to X-False for suggesting this in chat. So we're going to be going with Zio at 269 speed. NATO can pop it up right now. Basically, 269 with a 20% CR gain. We're for sure going to be able to take the turn. Now, we're also going to be running Penetration Sex so that we have a little bit of extra damage. And we have Eternal Will, Emma Ludwig as our 2nd unit. He's going to be here to Soulburn S1, S2, do all that fun stuff. Now, anytime you're going to be running, you know, Zio, Ludwig, and Roana, just remember, you are going to be picking off of 2 Soulburns, right? You're going to pick off the Zio S1, or Zio Soulburn S3, and then the Roana Soulburn S1, which is going to be 2 Soulburns, so you get 40% CR. So effectively, you know, when we pop it up on screen, you're going to be able to see that we're going to take the turn no matter what. Since 206 speed, you're getting, you know, 40 CR. You don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So you want to make sure that you're on attack percent boots so you can squeeze us out as much damage as possible. Now, obviously, the last unit is going to be Roana. She's going to get 100 CR, so basically after Zio moves, she's going to take the next turn, Soulburn S3, Soulburn S1, get the Ludwig up, and then just basically clean house, right? Now, the one thing I am a little bit concerned about is, you know, what if it's a, you know, really, what if it's a Holy Sack Dragonbride Senya? So we did make our Zio a little bit tankier. Obviously, we're going to have Skill Nullifier on our Ludwig, so hopefully nothing goes wrong there. But really, there's only one way to find out. So without further ado, let's go right ahead. Alright, so it's Double-Edged Crescent on the Genua, and it's Chatty on the Roana, so 8.9k HP on the Zio. S3 goes into the Yolha. That's really high damage. It's probably Torrent on that Zio, if I had to guess. 8,000 HP Roana, so it's probably a really high attack. And obviously, like we said, we're going to grab the CR bar here, so it's a little bit scary here, simply because of the fact that, you know, Genua's on a dodge artifact, and if it fucking dodges, it's going to be real fucking bad. It's going to be real fucking bad. So, hopefully it doesn't dodge. Hopefully. Alright, we're going to Soulburn S3. We already grabbed the CR bar for whoever's going to follow up on this attack. Soulburn S3, bind, strip everything. Perfect. And then we're going to look to seal the Genua. And even if we miss due to Double-Edged Crescent, we're still going to be fine. So we're just going to look for a seal. Perfect. Okay, so now Stenny gets to take a turn. Obviously, we're just going to hit the Genua because he's already sealed. He can't proc Immortality. Dead. And Zio's going to die on the next turn, so no point hitting him. Proc the Roana, he gets a turn, she has ones, and it's pretty much over. Nice and clean. I guess seal this. I mean, it's already dead. So just S1, S1, and since 2 units are dead, we might as well S3. Why not? Okay, perfect. Nice and clean. Don't really know what he was trapping, but whatever. So second hit here. We'll grab the CR bar. Looks like it's S2 damage EE on the Kisei. Now, NATO, you can zoom in here. Anytime that you don't know what exclusive equipment that a unit is showing up in the CR bar, if you zoom in and you just take a quick look, there's going to be some arrows around the box that's going to tell you exactly what exclusive equipment it is. In case if it's like a like a Senya or like an Ilanav or something, you don't know which EE it is, you can tell based on that. Anyway, so we're gonna Soulburn S3 into the Senya like we said, and it's gonna do good enough damage. Okay, perfect. And it's pretty squish, but I'm just going to Soulburn S1. Let's just make sure this guy dies, right? If I Soulburn S1 Amid or whatever, that's not optimal, so we kill this, and honestly, I could probably just straight up delete her and see if she's Holy Sack, honestly. What's the right play here? If I just S2, kill S3, kill Kisei, even if Star Artifact doesn't matter. Kisei should die to S3. Might as well just kill it here since she's back at the CR bar. Zio takes another turn. Ronda takes another turn. Lowy's gonna take another turn. I'll be generating enough souls. S1, 1 soul, 3 soul, 4 soul. Move here. Okay, yeah. So finish out the Senya here. Soulburn S2. Kill. It's Holy Sack like we expected. We're gonna rip S3. Kill Amid. Kill Kisei. Most likely. Yep, perfect. And now obviously Senya's going to proc here, a little bit inconvenient, but we can already see in the beginning of the CR that she's not exactly particularly fast, so that's why we have our DPS Zio, and obviously even if she rips an S3, she's not going to be able to one-shot the Zio, and she's not going to be able to one-shot the Ludwig just because she's Holy Sack and not on 3F. So S1, finish it off, boom, headshot. Perfect. Nice and clean. Feetlover didn't get me this time. And yeah, let's move over to our second attack today. For our second attack, we'll be hitting 4 no Uta. And I'm going to be running into Emil Senya, Ran, and Emil Sid. So I'm going to be going with Zio here, who's going to be at 269 speed, so we'll definitely cut in front of any Ran that's like 315 or anything like that. We'll be running our Ludwig at 206 speed, as you saw in the previous attack, on speed and Torn. And then Rorana is going to be on just, standard build, attack ring instead of effectiveness. And whole idea is basically just Zio, Soulburn S3, Soulburn S1 Rorana, and then double Soulburn Ludwig, and then just S3 and just sweep everybody. Bottom team is going to be Zio, B, Litica, and Janua. Now, honestly, this team I'm not super familiar with, but somebody recommended that I give this a try, so I was like, sure. So, I already have Yoha geared, so you guys saw in the previous attack, my Yoha is already on Protection Set, and she's on Holy Sacrifice. And then the AOL is going to be on Spirit's Breath, and also Speed and Immunity. That's my RTA build. And then for Karina, she's going to be on Standard Rocket Punch, Speed, and Immunity. Now, how this team works from what I've been told is Zio's going to S3 into AOL. That's going to potentially proc the Blooming Litica. If it doesn't proc the Blooming Litica, that's fine. But if it does, then that means I cleanse the Unbuffable off. And then Karina gets defense buff after she, does her thing. And I just basically S3 into the Janua. Well, I don't get defense buff, but I basically just S3 into Janua, and then it's pretty much fine. Yeah, I feel like it should be fine. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out, so... let's go ahead. Alright, so we're going to Soulburn S3 on the Senya. That's going to give us our first initial 20% to our Ludwig, as he will move up, as you can see here. And then I'm going to Soulburn S1 on the Ran. Push him in, put my Ludwig in front. And just want to dump all my damage into the Senya, get her out of the game, and then just Raw Dog S3. And Sid's basically just gonna die. Obviously this defense is not particularly good, but there's not that many towers left. But we'll take those. Anyways, this one I'm a little bit more concerned about because I have no idea. I've never used this kind of comp before, and honestly, I think AOL is not a real unit. So luckily that procced. Beautiful. Okay, so that cleanses the unbuffable, but not the silence. So that means she S3s into skill nullifier. Okay. Okay. Janua's 8.8k HP. S3s into skill null. Okay. So I guess this is where I would S3. Now, one concern I have is if I S3 with Karina onto this and I proc, that's going to be really bad, but hopefully I don't crit or anything, because if I crit, then I'll probably push him below 50. Okay, sweet. So, oh wow, wait, the unbuffable is pretty nice. Because that means he can't... Oh! Okay. Okay. I am very pleasantly surprised, actually. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Wow. Okay. Still, though, I still think that this comp is not exactly that great, just simply because of the fact that, you know, AOL is not exactly a Guild War unit, in my opinion, because, you know, what if they didn't land any debuffs? But anyways, you know, I won't complain. The comp is pretty decent. I will give it that. I will give it that. So he's gonna S1, and they're basically just gonna kill themselves. I'll just S1 on 0 to finish him off. S1 to redirect. Okay, never mind, I missed. But yeah, this fight's pretty much over now. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's probably better comps than this, in my opinion. But, you know, overall, it's not that bad. Alright, well, I just gotta wait to somehow redirect provoke onto my Yulha. And then once that's done, I can just S3. Okay. Oh my god, he got skill null! All good. Karina can remove it, get a proc of Rocket Punch, and then Yulha can dump an S3, and then we're Bing chillin'. Alright. That finishes off the Blooming Litica. Not exactly the fastest attack, but, you know, it's a clean one at that, so we'll move on to our last attack of today. Alright, so for our third and final attack, we'll be hitting Roxas 05, and I don't really have a whole lot of information, but all I really need to know is Ran goes first, and his POV Blood Moon Haste. So I'm going to be going with Emilsenia here, who's at 250, who's on 3F, speed and HP. And then I'm going to be running my Yulha as my previous two attacks on Protection Set and Holy Sacrifice to bait for the Janua. And I'll be having Strays in the back who's going to trigger Senya passive when he gets S3 by the Ran. Now, I have already damage calculated it so that my Protection Set's going to be giving me a 12% barrier from, you know, 34.7k HP. So I'll be at about 13k HP on Strays, and I've already put in, like, you know, 3300 attack, 300 crit damage, attack buff, Ran. With Torrent, it cannot kill us, and with Total Imprint from the Janua, it cannot kill us on the Strays. And basically, we're just going to let him rip, Proxenia S2, Strays S3 into the Bloom and Haste, kill him, and then I'm going to let my Senya play the game, and then Yulha can tank the Janua forever, and then it should be pretty free. Now, the bottom team is a little bit trickier. I don't know the HP on the Emil Senya, so I can't really gala it, and I don't know how fast the Kisei is. So I'm kind of scouting it on a second time, I guess. So I'm going to be going with Aras here. Now, Aras is going to be on Bastion of Pelusia, speed, and HP. And I'm going to be going with my Kisei here, my LCB, who's Destro and Penetration Set on Sigurd. And I'll also be going with Roana here, who's going to be on Guardian Ice Crystal, just to give us a little bit of survivability as needed. And the whole concept behind this is basically Kisei is going to rip into my Aras. And the more that I think about it, we're actually going to put him on Aureus just to make sure we have better survivability. And we're basically just going to rush down the Senya. So LCB S3 goes into him, Aras S2 goes into him, try to D-break, and then Soulburn S1 with LCB. Just basically kill this first. And it is injury candy, so we just need to kind of time the Roana S3 so that we don't get wiped by the candy. And it should be pretty free. So let's go right ahead. Alrighty, here we go. So the Ran's going to provide Silver Rain attack buff over to the Janua. We're going to eat an S3. And this is going to do enough damage. It didn't do enough damage to even break. Oh, I guess it's fake Ran. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So in this spot, oh my god, I'm death broken. I won't have. Oh my god, I fucked up. He was supposed to do enough damage to proc me, but he didn't. Oh my god. Alright, well, in this case, we're going to have to S3 on the Ran here. Oh my god, this is not good. Okay, so I break the skill. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to S3 here. This is definitely not gonna kill Bloom and Haste because he is on POV and I don't have attack buff. So it does a good chunk of damage, but not quite enough. So now we're going to have to let Janua rip into the Yulha here. And then Bloom and Haste is gonna S3 into Senya. Hopefully we tank it. We do. He's on Gab. Okay. That's not exactly the best thing. We have Holy Sac, we come back. He just dual attacked. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna have to kill this Blood Moon Haste. Okay. And I already procced his immortality, I think.
Hello there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. That was so close. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that was too fucking close, dude. Oh my god. Okay, we S1 here. I was gonna do a shit ton of damage. Oh, he's not 100 crit. So he's 35k Senya. My LCB is gonna move. He cuts 30 as well, though. So I think he takes turn first, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Looks like I take turn first. So I guess I'll just kill the Kisei first, since I don't really want her to get another S3 off into Aras. Put Vigor up here, and he dual attacks or salvos. I mean, so we get free healing, which is good. Man, that second attack was close, man. Oh my days. Oh my freaking days. My heart is beating out of my chest, dude. Oh my god. There's the Alvarez salvo. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That was too close for comfort, I must say. I'm actually gonna S3 here because I could potentially proc on the Candy and proc Senya, so having Revive Buff for 2 turns is probably gonna be a good buffer, and I'm gonna be able to generate souls for my LCB here to soul burn, which is gonna be really important. So I'm gonna S2 here, try to D-break him. We got it, perfect. Headshot. Boom. Nice. Oh my god, that was so close. Okay, thank god we didn't lose. Alright, nice. Let's go. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's Guild War video. My gosh, that was way closer than I expected. And it turns out we're actually, I don't know, when we post this video, I hope we have won, but only one way to find out. But as always, if you guys do enjoy the content, please consider dropping a like and comment below. I'm doing a ton of E7 World Cup preliminary matches on twitch.tv/vikchun. If you haven't followed me there, please go ahead and do so. And there's 4 days left, so hopefully we make it into the top 16 for global, and then we can qualify for World Cup. And yeah, come and support me and give it a watch. So see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.